Hi guys, JB and Minot here, and these are my recent pickups from the month of August. I'm sorry I'm a little bit late, but that's okay. Give you something to watch for Thanksgiving weekend for a few minutes. Anyway, they're all Switch games. The first one is Prinny Presents NIS Classics Volume 1 Deluxe Edition. There's Soul Nomad and the World Eaters, which I'm playing right now, and Phantom Brave, the Bermuda Triangle. Both of these games were released on the PS2. Phantom Brave, the Bermuda Triangle, was ported to the PSP. So I had a bit of a quandary with this. I already got the PSP version of Phantom Brave. I've never played it, but I didn't have any version of Soul Nomad, which as far as I know wasn't put on portable, at least not here in the States. But anyway, I decided to get it, and there's the sleeve. There's a beautiful art book that comes with it. There's the proper box. Beautiful drawings. And they're made by NIS, from the same people who did Disgaea. And the soundtrack, the score. Oh, and of course the game itself. And it comes with both games. It's not one of those buy one game, get the download. It's not one of those kind of crappy type games. Anyway, both of these games are tactical RPGs. I'm playing Soul Nomad right now, like I said before. Soul Nomad, you can easily beat the final boss if you use an item called Gig. The problem is, if you use too much of this Gig or Giga, you could end up getting destroyed and it ends the game instantly. So you got to use as little as you can throughout the game. In the meantime, you can buy armies, you can build up armies, you can build up different tactics and whatnot. And it goes by mission by mission by mission. There's no random battles or anything like that. They're all mission based. And it's a pretty bright, fun game so far. It's pretty deep. So I'm into that right now. Anyway, let's get on to some more games. Zinjin. This is basically like Hades, only, in fact, I thought it was made by the same developer, but it wasn't. But it's a rogue dungeon crawler, top down, only with guns and in a sci-fi milieu instead of a Greek mythology milieu. And nothing, it's fun, but it's nothing special. Okay, here's a collection of 3 games that reminds me of Moonlander from the old Atari days. Terra Lander, Terra Bomber, and Terra Lander 2, Rock Slide Rescue. I think these control a heck of a lot better than Moonlander, so I enjoyed it a lot more. One of them is basically kind of like a Defender type game, only I think it's simply a side scroller. They're all pretty fun, and they're all pretty tough too, but not frustrating. Foreclosed. The graphics on this game are comic book style graphics. There are comic book style panels in it, and it's a stealth game. And in it, I forget the plot of the game, but you're basically trying to get your name back, trying to get your IDs back so that you can eat and live and whatnot. And you get recruited by a bunch of rebels because it's a dystopian world. And it's just basically a stealth game. Kind of a third-person stealth game, I like to call it. The graphics are great, though, if you appreciate good graphics. And it's not a bad game so far. Spiritfarer is basically a management game. It's a very chilled out game. You're Death. You've just been recruited as Death. And it's your job to get the dead over to the other side. And get them off this world by their ghosts release their ghosts by helping them with different tasks that they need to get done. You're on a boat, and you build different rooms throughout the boat as time goes on. The graphics are really cool, and it's gotten really good reviews. It's just a little, I don't know, kind of repetitive so far for me. That's not bad if you like that kind of thing. This game has been advertised as a golf game for people who don't like golf games, and I can understand. What the Golf? I can't remember where I got this. I think I got this at Best Buy. That's where it is. And it's a great little game. You're basically trying to do different missions. It's more than just taking your golf ball and knocking it into a hole. You might be called upon to hit a couch several times to get it to the golf flag, or you might be called to hit a couple of animals or some crap like that. It's a pretty fun game. It's a blast to play, and it comes in each mission are small bite-sized missions. So if you're driving around or if you're on a bus, you're on your way to work or something like that, you can really enjoy that game for a few minutes. Creek Memories of Azure, a very beautiful looking game from Team 17. I think the platforming on this is a little tougher than it deserves to be. I still have, basically, you have 3 friends. You start off by trying to find the first, you're starting off as one friend, and you're trying to find the other 2 friends. And I still haven't found the 2 friends yet. It's a really tough game. The battles are kind of unforgivable. So I haven't really gotten that far into it yet. No More Heroes 3. People have been whining about a sequel to No More Heroes 1 and 2. And they whined about I guess the spinoff that was released last year. Travis Returns, No More Heroes or something like that, which was more of a 2D type game. This one is basically like No More Heroes. And it's a Bayonetta type vibe. You got this light sword and you're going around killing enemies. American Fugitive. This is a GTA clone. If you like GTA 3 or stuff like that, you might like this game. The only thing I really don't like about this game so far is the fact that the driving is so wonky. It's so hard to drive the car in this game. And I don't know if it was like that in GTA 3 or not, but I don't see no reason for the driving in this game to be so rough and unmanageable. Other than that, it's not a bad game. I got this, I believe, from Best Buy as well. I do believe, if I'm not mistaken. Or else I got it from overseas somewhere. Spench. It's a basic it's a basic platformer, but it's got beautiful graphics. The graphics are really, really trippy. But I don't think they have anything to really do with the gameplay. I think it's just aesthetics so far. But I might be wrong about it later on. I got this from Amazon.com, I believe. 3 games on one game card, and there are 3 games on here. The Holy Potatoes Compendium. It's got Holy Potatoes, a weapon shop. Holy Potatoes, we're in space. And Holy Potatoes, what the hell? One of them is what the hell is a cooking game, which I haven't played yet. The other game is a weapons building game. You have mercenaries coming in to buy your weapons. And you basically play as anamorphic, I think that's how you pronounce it, potatoes. And the next game, We're in Space, it's a space RPG. You have a spacecraft. You explore different areas of the universe and different planets to go on different missions. And to accomplish these missions, you have to upgrade your ship and manage your ship, manage the personnel. It's a blast to play. It's a charming game. I got this from Gamefly on the cheap. Pigeon Dev Games Collection. I believe I got this from Gamefly. Anyway, it's a bunch of platformer type games, old school. And one of them's even kind of a bomber jack clone. And they're pretty simplistic. Chicken Police, Paint It Red. This is basically a point-and-click adventure game. You're playing as a private eye, only in this world, the humans are animal-shaped. So you're playing a rooster, private eye. It's told in a noir style. It's pretty fun so far, but I haven't gotten that deep into it yet. But it can be pretty interesting. Rustler. This is basically a GTA clone, only it takes place in medieval times, and you're a horse rustler. You're a horse thief. You work in a stable, but your character's an idiot who wants to become an outlaw, and he's not very good at it, but he learns throughout time. But you steal horses, you do different crimes, you go winching, you get drunk, whatnot. And that's a lot more manageable than than American Fugitive. Seems to be a lot more fun too, a lot more funny, a lot funnier. Here's a charming game. It's kind of a co-op game. I think it's meant for 2 people, but it's still fun. You can play it solo. It's a lot harder though. Kiwi. You're basically 2 Kiwis in a telegraph office, and what you do is you type up letters that are sent to you, messages that are sent to you, and you send them out in a timely manner. And once you get used to the controls, it's a pretty fun game. King's Bounty 2. At the heart, this is a tactical RPG. Only when you're traveling around, I believe it's first or third person. But when you do the battles, it goes into a tactical RPG style, a grid style. You know, kind of like Allied General on the old PS1, where it's a bunch of hexagons. You got to go to the adjourning hexagon. You can recruit soldiers and whatnot and dogs to help you kill bad guys or kill the enemy. It's pretty fun so far. Now, one of my favorite games of the year. I know some people will think that's not really a game of the year thing, but it's cute graphics, got a good sense of humor, although repetitive. Grindstone. I love a good puzzle game, and when they say over 200 plus levels, there are over 200 plus levels, different levels too. Some of them can be a little bit same, but for the most part, they're kind of unique. What you have to do is your warrior enters these caves, and in these caves there's a bunch of different gems, different colored gems, and you take your warrior and you move him around to connect the gems together, and you collect gems. And different caves have different missions. One cave you might have to collect a certain number of gems. One cave you might have to kill a certain number of enemies. One gem you might have to destroy a certain number of different items. But you connect all these gems, and the more gems that you hit, the more gems fall down, so that you can use those as stepping stones to get even more gems. You know, once you, like, say you're going for some yellow gems, and you find a color changing gem. You hit on that gem, then you can get all the green gems too. That way you can get even more gems to come down and use those as stepping stones. And after between some 10 stages and some 15 stages, you have a boss battle where you use the gems to attack the boss. It's a blast to play. It's an addictive game. The only thing I really didn't like about it was it's sometimes dependent on luck, like a lot of puzzle games, because in a lot of the dungeons, the gems are randomly produced. Once you get rid of one gem, they fall down, and they come down randomly. So you don't know if you're going to get the right colors or not. But kind of like Tetris does that. You know how Tetris, when you're looking for you got 4 lined up, but you need that one straight line, and they'll give you everything but that straight line. That's kind of what this game does sometimes. But other than that, it's a very addictive game. If you like puzzle games, if you like Tetris, or even match games, which this technically isn't a match game, you'll love this game. You can collect certain resources to build up to get different swords and whatnot. But really, you only really needed one kind of sword throughout the game, except till the end, when you fight the big boss, they give you a fantastic sword that kills just about everybody. But this is a great game to play. It's a great puzzle game. It's one of my favorite games of the year. Some people might not care for that, but I don't care. Okay, that brings my Switch collection up to 682 games. Those are my recent pickups for the month of August. And sometime soon I'll have the ones for September. In the meantime, I hope you all have a great and blessed Thanksgiving. I hope you have a great Christmas and Hanukkah if I don't speak to you before then. And in the meantime, God bless. Bye-bye.